All right, guys, we are back. Welcome into our live crypto info blockchain made easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. We are going to get into some interesting Ripple XRP history today. First of all, welcome into the channel. Please stop, like, and subscribe. We're rerunning we're coming to you, by the way, live, Denver, Colorado time. We are at 7:05 or so a.m. on a lovely Sunday morning here on the 8th of June. Crypto info, blockchain made easy. Please go ahead and tap the like and subscribe, and welcome into our live. We had some technical difficulties earlier, meaning this knucklehead did not plug in the camera back into the road, back into my computer, from yesterday's shooting. So that just is going to be what it is. I do apologize for that. We are going to get CoinMarketCap pulled up here. Today's cryptocurrency market at $3.3 trillion today. Fear and Greed Index coming in at a 55. Just over neutral, jumping into the greed a tad. Bitcoin coming in at $105,755, down 0.27% on the day, up 1.68% for the week. Ethereum coming in $2,507, a little cheater. XRP $2.26. Up up 3.46% on the day, by the way, and up almost 6% on the week. XRP, what you doing? And it's always like anytime you see this, it's like, okay, what news are we going to hear about XRP? What just happened, right? Because the news always follows the price movement. And by the way, it's that time of year, and I've had a fly or two come this way, and I'm pretty good about not doing anything like that. But this little fly gun here, this bug salt gun, which I know you guys know about, is ready. Because if that little sumbitch comes into this field of view again, Hedera Hashgraph coming in at 16 cents, and VeChain coming in at 2 cents. Never financial advice on the channel since we're into markets. Before we get into today's topic and today's news, I'm going to do this. Why? Because it's fun. Why not? Okay, here's VeChain. On its all-time chart, here's VeChain being at 0.003 cents, 0.006 cents here in this range. Oh, yeah, it was 0.003 cents back in 2019. Yup, it was. Now, a quick little calculator exercise. Let's just see. Never financial advice on the channel, by the way. And always hit that tab, like, and subscribe, please, if you like what we're doing. All right, let's just see what this comes out to be here. Divided by 0.003. Okay, so you'd be able to get we did in our last video too, 1,666 shares of VeChain. Now, VeChain goes to, I don't know, call it just $75. That's $125K. VeChain goes to $250. It's almost $500,000. Never financial advice. Calculator exercises, folks. Now here. Let's go ahead and get this. Whoops, sorry. Let's get this pulled up because I believe I can see my chat. But I always do that and I can never see my chat there. So let's go ahead and move on to other things. And let's get back to here. And let's break this shit down for you on a Sunday morning. Because it's going to be fun. It's going to be informative at the very least. We got a lot for you today. All right, let's run through some notes here. We've got a history of Ripple and XRP. from 2004 to 2025. Current timeline, major milestones, 2024. Ryan Fugger, which we know the backstory on all that, launched Ripple Pay, a P2P or person-to-person payment system, the precursor to Ripple. The source is CFI, as far as where that information comes from. And in 2011, development of the XRP Ledger began by David Schwartz, Jed McCaleb, and Arthur Brito. We remember that. In 2011, Fugger sold Ripple Pay. Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb founded OpenCoin and formally established the Ripple Consensus Protocol, from what I understand after some chatting at a poker game. And some other individual was there. And we know who that is. 2012, Fugger and Ripple sold Ripple Pay to Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb. 2013, OpenCoin rebranded as Ripple Labs. Jed McCaleb left to found Stellar, forking XRP Ledger technology, basically carbon copying. You got eyes on XLM, do you? 2015, Ripple Labs shortened name to Ripple and launched first enterprise payments product called X-Current. Remember that? Aimed at banks. In 2016, pilot program Ripple gave 12 international banks XRP tokens for internal testing of cross-border settlements. Success led to development of the X Rapid product, later ODL, on-demand liquidity. 2017, American Express joined RippleNet FXIP to pilot U.S., UK B2B or business-to-business payments with Santander UK. 2018, IndusInd Bank of India partnered with Ripple. By the way, INDUSIND. No, LND. Indusland. I don't know. Anyway, partnered with Ripple. They're out of India for cross-border remittances. In October 2018, SBI Holdings, second largest bank in Japan, CEO Yoshitaka Katao can talk to you about some Ripple. I know he can. SBI Holdings in 2018, October, Japan's second largest bank, launched MoneyTap, Ripple-based remittance app for several banks. Several. They have several. I feel like I'm going to fall back in this chair. I just hope I don't. That would be great on the live to fall back in the chair. Fucking awesome if I did that. April 2018, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse announced large XRP giveaways. That dude that's in the 70s show, XRP became third largest crypto. September 2018, partnership with MoneyGram announced Ripple purchased 30 million shares to use XRP for remittances. Wow. December 2020, SEC sued Ripple. Lasso that one up. That little doggy's getting away. We can't have that. You better lasso that one up. Lasso them up like you see at the rodeo. Oh, the one's trying to get away and they're on the horse and they lasso them up. Ripple was going to run away with it quick, son. What? Before anybody else knew what the hell was going to happen. And then SEC said, oh, no. You can't have that happen. No. Too fast. We see. We get it. We see your game. But lasso them up. Slow them down now. All right. So they slowed them up. Suit completes. Years pass. Ripple further completes tech behind the scenes, integrates APIs to interface with existing banking software. Narrative changes to, oh no, we just didn't understand that at the time. That whole XRP, that was bad. No securities and stuff. Remember? Because our main guy, Gary Gensler, he was saying it was security and stuff. And why are you holding millions of shares of it, though, now that it's $500 a share some years later? Just a question I'm asking. All right. Anyway, SEC sues Ripple and two executives, Brad Garlinghouse, of course, and Chris Larson, for $1.2 billion each, I think, or respectively 1.3, in registered securities offerings. Ooh, alleging XRP sales violated security laws. Lassos them up. They're getting away with the banking system. Can't let them do that now. Going to topple the banking system in freaking 2 years. Can't let them do that. MoneyGram ended in 2021. MoneyGram ended its 2-year partnership with Ripple, citing legal uncertainties. July 2023, U.S. District Judge Torres ruled XRP itself is not a security. Happy days. Though some sales to institutional investors were. Keep them lassoed. We still got them tied now, right? Still got them hog tied down. The four legs are hog tied down. We still got them down now. Hang on. Ain't done with them yet now. Can't let them run yet now. October 2023 judge rules SEC cannot appeal the July 2023 decision on public sale XRP. Now, November 2023, National Bank of Georgia selects Ripple as, not Georgia in the United States, Georgia, the country, as technology partner for its digital Larry gel. January 15th, 2025, SEC formally filed an appeal of the July 2023 summary judgment, lifetime of case extended. March 2nd to March 6th, 2025, hypothetical U.S. executive order. Former President Trump, of course, announced XRP among 5 assets for a planned U.S. crypto reserve March 2nd, and White House published the order on March 6th. March 19th, 2025, Ripple announced the SEC ended its appeal of the XRP ruling. Judge Torres. Oh, yeah. March 25th, by the way, not coffee. Not coffee. A mushroom tea. Not a trippy mushroom tea, a mushroom tea. March 25th, 2025, Ripple and SEC agreed to settle remaining claims. Ripple will pay $50 million, reduced from $125 million. So the SEC takes you on the schoolyard, and you're 6 years old. They take you, they dump you upside down, they shake you, and all the money comes out of your pockets, all your lunch money. They thank you. Thank you for all the money. That's the SEC. That's what they do. Garnering the second most amount of money next to the IRS for the U.S. government is the SEC. You did bad. You're hurting investors. Now give us $125 million to make good for it. Fill the coffers. Don't get me going on a Sunday morning. Ripple and SEC agreed to settle remaining claims. Ripple will pay $50 million, reduced from $125 million, and no longer required to hold onto disputed assets. March 2025, Dubai's DFSA granted license to Ripple in Dubai and enabled expansion of Ripple payments to the MENA region. Middle East, North America? No, it is Africa. It's Middle East and Africa. I forgot what it stands for, MENA region. Shameful that I don't remember what MENA stands for. Shameful. May 25th, Ripple signed on Zand Bank and Mamo, M-A-M-O, UAE, United Arab Emirates banks, to use Ripple's cross-border payments platform. Us in the XRP community remember all these milestones now, don't we? That sounds like the guy from CSI with the red hair when he talks. Everything he says, his inflection is so interesting like this. It's like Christopher Walken has this way, and then this guy from CSI. The guy with the red hair always looks like this. He's very creepy and weird and interesting. Very interesting character. All right, partnerships and collaborations. Ripple and XRP. They've forged numerous partnerships with banks, fintechs, and financial networks worldwide, including central banks like the Central Bank of Egypt. Now, denial ain't just a river in Egypt, is it? BTC Maxis. Major reported collaborations include American Express. This forum is just fantastic because I get to be a jackass and I just love it. It's just so fun. I'm being fun. Come on, BTC Maxis. Give me your tears. Give me your BTC Maxi tears in the jar. American Express Payment Network USA joined RippleNet FXIP in November 2017 to enable faster US-UK B2B payments via Santander UK. Now also Banco, B-A-N-C-O Santander, Banco Santander, Bank Spain Global. Ripple technology underpins Santander's OnePay FX. It's called OnePay FX corridor for Euro British Pound transactions. That was launched in 2018. Amex Santander UK FXIP also noted this development. You guys tracking all this shit? Because I know you didn't know all this shit. Now get researching. Piss me off early on a Sunday morning. It's a holy day. Standard Chartered Bank. Do your research. Quit complaining and quit saying, I'm running XRP. I don't understand. I don't know what it's going to do. Make me spit all over the place. On a Sunday morning. Do your research. By the way, never financial advice on the channel. Tap the like and subscribe down below. Damn it. Because I know I'm giving you shit that not getting. You are getting on other channels. I hate when people say that. You're getting this stuff on other channels too. It's just, come on. How many channels are giving you this deep stuff? All right, Standard Chartered Bank. Thing is, though, the channels that I've watched over the years, I'm going to give them credit because this is where I did learn all this stuff already on these channels. Crypto Hulk, Digital Asset Investor, Digital Outlook, Alex Cobb, there's so many more. Oh my gosh, there's tons of them. I just get tied up. Mickle, it's just a million of them. Tony Edward thinking crypto. There's just a million of these guys. Working Money Channel that I've watched over these years, that have shown me what the dilly is on crypto, and I've learned so much from them, and thank you so much, and I'm giving my thanks here. But I know all this stuff already because part of my research was to listen to these guys and then, of course, follow up and make sure that they weren't either making things up or had false news on their station, because you're always supposed to research. Me too. You research everything. All right, let's continue. Standard Chartered Bank 2020 update. This happened in 2020. UK Global Bank listed a leading RippleNet member in 2020 and has piloted RippleNet powered transfers already. Bank of America, U.S. Bank, in 2020, named as a top RippleNet member alongside major banks. Although details are sparse, RippleNet's site listed Bank of America under its major partnership, and we know what the deal is with that, Willie, don't we? Royal Bank of Canada. And now you followers of XRP, you in the community already know about all these banks, and that's what I mean. All these guys that covered this stuff. Thanks so much for alerting and teaching me and keeping current as the years went on when all these things happened. Royal Bank of Canada, Canadian Bank, obviously politically praised Ripple's tech in 2016. Call out by a research report and participated in XRP pilot tests as well. Indusland Bank, and that is INDUSLND. It's interesting. A bank out of India in February 2018. They announced a tie-up with Ripple to improve cross-border remittances. SBI Holdings, second largest bank in Japan. Yoshitaka Katao, CEO of this bank, who simply loves Ripple and XRP, and we know this. Monster says that by the end of 2025, likely, I think he said 80% of banks in Japan will be using XRP. Ripple owns 40% of SBI Ripple Asia. Launched the MoneyTap mobile remittance app in October 2018 and 2018 with Ripple Tech. Later expanded to several regional banks. Yamaguchi, etc. These banks by 2023. Okay. Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group out of Japan via SBI formed consortium MoneyTap and investments, also corporates on tokenized assets. Barta Post is what that one is. TravelX Bank, which we know, bank out of Brazil. Remember when this one happened. Partnered in September 2022 to launch interesting year 2022. Interesting number. To launch Ripple's on-demand liquidity in Brazil, XRP-based cross-border payments. Now, Mamo Bank, M-A-M-O, Mamo Bank, and Zand Bank, Z-A-N-D, Zand Bank, those are banks out of the UAE, United Arab Emirates, signed in May 2025 to use Ripple's cross-border payment services across the MENA region. National Bank of Georgia Central Bank appointed Ripple as tech partner for its Digital Gel Pilot 2023. Dubai Financial Services Authority regulator approved Ripple for payments activities March 2025, enabling major growth in UAE, United Arab Emirates. Remember when that shit happened? Thanks, guys, for covering all that. I remember when all these things happening, watching my guys each day, every day for the past 5 years. And researching. Now, in addition, RippleNet includes hundreds of financial institutions. Sorry, let me just back here. Financial institutions, example, MoneyGram, Collex, SBI Remit, Airwallex, etc. And even major card networks have acknowledged Ripple's role. For example, a leaked MasterCard document in May 2025 explicitly named XRP as a bridge currency, underscoring mainstream interest. Now, you have to note here that many traditional banks' usage of XRP is very opaque at this point. They can't be talking about it now. And Ripple has reportedly signed over 1,700 NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, so that banks can't talk about, with banks traders to explore XRP settlement, as revealed in SEC case descriptions. That came out with SEC case descriptions. That was revealed. Now, partner institutional connections here. Let's see. We'll also include the sector. Now, a partner institution, we have American Express. We have the sector, Global Payments Network, of course, joined Ripple for US, UK, B2B or business-to-business FX foreign exchange payments in 2017. Isn't that interesting? Now, Santander is another partnership, OnePay FX. This is a bank out of Spain, of course, and it uses RippleNet for Euro GBP corridor, jointly with AMMs on FXIP. Now, this information for everybody, no way, it's a shit coin. XRP's a shit coin. Stay away from it. Wah. Give me some more tears, bitches. How dumb. You need to wake up with this stuff too. I know you hear everybody else. Know you hear this. Bitcoin Maxis, come to the call. Bitcoin Maxis, I love you. That sounds so cool in here. Standard Chartered Bank out of the UK listed as key RippleNet member 2020 early payment trials. The beat goes on. Bank of America out of the US named top RippleNet member 2020 update. Royal Bank of Canada out of Canada publicly endorsed Ripple's vision in 2016 and ran an XRP pilot test as well. Many tests actually. Indusund Bank out of India partnered. How do you say it? Because it's INDUSLND with no vowel there. They partnered with Ripple in 2018 for remittances. Dang it. SBI Holdings, second largest bank out of Japan. I love to just say Yoshitaka Katao. His name is Yoshitaka Katao. That's the CEO, Yoshitaka Katao. Yoshitaka Katao is the CEO of the second largest bank in Japan. His name is Yoshitaka Katao. SBI Remit, fintech company, launched MoneyTap Remittance October 2018 with Ripple expanded to banks by 2030. I'm sorry, 2023. So this stuff already happened, of course. That was 2023. Mitsubishi MUFG Bank out of Japan, part of SBI Ripple Consortium, exploring tokenized assets. Travelex Bank out of Brazil. Let's talk like newscasters. It's so annoying. Banker Brazil. ODL rolls out. ODL rollout in Brazil with Ripple in September 2022. Mamo Bank, Mamo, M-A-M-O, Mamo Bank, and Zand Bank, Z-A-N-D, out of the UAE, United Arab Emirates, onboarded to Ripple payments in UAE in May 2025. Now, National Bank of Georgia, Central Bank of Georgia, Georgia the country, Ripple chosen for digital lari gel in November 2023. Dubai Financial Services Regulator and the UAE Financial Services Authority, or the DFSA, UAE regulator, licensed Ripple to operate in DIFC March of 2025. Excuse me. Now, many other regional banks, payment providers, and fintechs. Examples are Modular, Rocket Fuel. They all have pilot programs with Ripple. Importantly, non-disclosure agreements to the tune of over 1,700 financial institutions with NDAs have been disclosed in court filings already. Suggest a broad pipeline of confidential tests and integrations. Though none besides these above have publicly been confirmed, right? This network of partnerships underpins Ripple's strategy to drive XRP's utility as bridge assets in real world payments. Third major point to consider here, academic research in XRP innovations, or XRP Ledger innovations. Beyond commercial news, a number of peer-reviewed and technical analyses have examined XRP and the XRP Ledger, its consensus protocol analysis. For starters here, Brad Chase and Ethan McBrower. This is published 2018. They detailed the XRP Ledger Consensus Protocol, formally modeling its safety and liveliness conditions. Hang on, we got our first customer. Hold on. Oh, I think I missed. I want to miss. I just wanted to. Don't be a pain in the ass. All right. The work helps to clarify how Ripple's Federated Byzantine Agreement operates without full network agreement on node membership. Now, another study by Tumis and others like this, ETAL, 2022, analyzed the FBA graph of the XRP ledger and founded that targeted network attacks disconnecting just 9% of the nodes could halt consensus. So proposing topology fixes to improve the robustness of the networks. These analyses highlight both the strengths and vulnerabilities of XRP's consensus model. Another to consider here is Interledger Protocol, ILP. You know, Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz. Now, I'm pretty sure that little guy that did the Ethereum thing, that guy, what the hell's that guy's name? What's that guy's name? Did the Ethereum thing. Why does his name escape me? I don't know. Whatever that little guy's name that does started the Ethereum project with Lubin there. He slept on Stefan Thomas's couch at one time when he was working intern over at the XRP. Yes. He was trying to get his work visa here. Yes. That guy that created Ethereum. You know who I'm talking about. Vitalik Buterin. That's a guy, Vitalik Buterin. I remembered at the end of a breath, and it was just so poignant that I remembered at that time that I could not take the breath before I said his name. That's why I did. Anyway, he slept on Stefan Thomas's couch way back in the day when he was an intern over at the old Ripple, and then probably stole a bunch of shit. No, he didn't. I can't say that. I don't know what he did. He didn't steal anything. All right, Interledger Protocol, Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz, Ripple's engineers, authored the Interledger Protocol white paper in 2015, describing a generalized payment protocol that routes payments across different ledgers using escrowed transfers. ILP underpins projects like Flare Network and showcases how XRP's technology fits into a broader cross-chain ecosystem. Their Abstract Notes ILP enables secure transfers between ledgers, Interledger Protocol, ILP, without requiring a global coordinator. Key innovations motivated by XRP's goals. Now, we also have native escrow and payment channels to consider. XRP itself incorporates escrow features. Escrow create, escrow finish. That's what we're dealing with here. And payment channels, formerly called SusPay. Yo, it's a little sus, yo. To lock XRP for later use. These allow programmable transfers and support ILP-style payments, Interledger Protocol-style payments. Earlier crypto conditions is what it was called. And SusPay, yo, it's sus, yo. Proposals were merged into the current escrow system. Now, another thing to consider. On Ledger Smart Contracts with hooks. A recent XRP amendment not long ago here. A year ago or so? A couple years ago. Development. XLS 27 will allow developers, so it's called Hooks XLS 27, allows developers to attach small smart contracts, contract code to accounts, enabling on-ledger programmability. This introduces limited conditional logic before after translations is what they're called. It's called limited conditional logic. So it's before after transactions that limited conditional logic handles without a full virtual machine. Non-fungible tokens or NFTs. In late 2022, the XRP Ledger activated native NFT support, XLS 20, for NFTs or non-fungible tokens. Amendment was enabled on October 31st, 2022, enabling minting and trading of NFTs directly on the XRP Ledger, similar to ERC 721 on Ethereum. This was announced by Ripple XRPL blog, as NFTs are now available on the Ledger. XLS 20 adds specific transaction types for issuing, transferring, and burning NFTs on the XRP Ledger. Now, don't forget about AMMs, or automated market makers. In 2023, the AMM Amendment XLS 30 was added, integrating decentralized exchange liquidity pools into XRPL, or the XRP Ledger. This lets anyone create a pool like Uniswap and earn LP tokens, liquidity provider tokens, broadening XRPL's DeFi functionality. Now, another thing to consider, or lastly here, is market and crypto research. Analysts have also studied Ripple's token economics, distribution, and historical price behavior. For example, some academic work has modeled how XRP supply unlocks and escrow sales affect market price. How they do that. You're dumping on the market. How XRP drops that escrow on the market at the beginning of every month. While industry researchers compare XRP's environmental profile to POW coins. Okay. In sum, XRP and the XRPL have been subjects of formal study and innovation in consensus algorithms, cross-chain protocols, and token features. These studies generally underscore XRP's ledger unique FBA-based consensus, right? Yeah. Energy efficiency, because that falls in line with BFT, Byzantine fault tolerance, consensus mechanism that's required by the Fed for all their payments, which really only XRP, XDC, XLM, and HBAR, I do believe, unless there are more. Are there more? Is it Quant 2 that fall with this BFT, Byzantine fault tolerance consensus mechanism for payments that the Fed actually requires. Anyway, these studies generally underscore XRP Ledger's unique FBA-based consensus energy efficiency and expanding utility, NFTs, AMMs, or automated market makers, smart hooks, as Ripple's technology evolves. Now, the fourth key point, technical analysis, or TA, of XRP. Long-term trend, XRP from 2017 to 2025 on the multi-year chart. XRP has traded within a broad cycle, and boy, was it an ascending wedge for the longest fucking time, if everybody remembers that shit. Oh my God, it was like the longest thing, and then the God candle, and it happened again. Couple years later. All right. The major ascending trend line, okay, Fibonacci, key Fib retracement levels in 2018 saw a low of 30 cents and a high of $1.96. And then they fell near $1.23 for a 50% retracement back in 2021. And then in mid-2025, prices above the prior $2.20, $2.30, saw a resistance zone, which we remember just recently would reapproach these long-term Fib extensions. Okay, so overall, the weekly, monthly RSI, or relative strength index, has oscillated between oversold and overbought, about below 30 and below 70 for overbought. Long-term momentum could be judged basically by weekly RSI, relative strength index, and moving averages, or MA crossovers. At present, the weekly RSI is moderate, not extreme, and XRP is above its 200-week MA, or moving average, suggesting a cautiously bullish structural trend. We're going to have to see. Yeah, that's what we're seeing is the whole thing. The whole market's about to turn. All right, we can run through a whole bunch of trends. We don't need to. We can run over market dynamics and 2025 price outlook. We don't need to, because you know why? Because watch what price outlooks So I had asked chat what price outlook would be. Let's see, what did I? Okay, so I had asked chat what it was going to be for price outlook, and it said something like $2 to $3, that price range for an XRP by the end of 2025. Now, if that happens, I will literally eat one of my hats that I have. I'll try to. Never financial advice on the channel. Yeah, if y'all think we're going to be at a $2 to $3 XRP by the end of this year, then boy, are we really looking at a stutter in the lawnmower trying to start. Because this is just that pole lawnmower that like, and it kind of starts. I'm stealing my buddy Gabe's analogy. Then it kind of starts. It's like running. It's going okay. And then, I don't know, it shuts down for a while. Then you try to start it again. Then it runs. Oh my God. And now this time, extended bull run, it runs. The engine's running. And it starts fucking running like crazy for a long time. And it's going. It's running like crazy. Like, what the hell is that loud noise? Never heard the engine run like that. Oh yeah, it's the engine. It's running now. It's the crypto market. It's going ape shit. Never financial advice. Extended bull run, just like we saw with cell phones and internet, the internet bubble, right before it all popped. That extended run, the bubble, and then you jump out and someone else is your exit liquidity while the FOMO's coming in. Never financial advice on the channel. You guys do what you want. All right, that's how I see it this morning on our live Tank Talks this morning here from sunny Colorado. Gonna end this son bitch at 7:50. Not everybody talks like that out here, by the way. Son bitch, and just because we have animals and things and horses and llamas and stuff and alpacas and shit. Goats and stuff. It's like we don't talk like country people. We're actually don't worry. We know the crypto market real good. We're educated enough. Won't you worry now. Ciao. All right. Enjoy your Sunday, and thanks for tuning in to Crypto Info. And I hope you check Caleb and Brown, our link down below in the description. That is your one-stop concierge service for cryptocurrency brokerage. And so you know who we talking about, we're going to pull them right here. Your one-stop service, crypto brokerage service. Yes, they are one-to-one, and they do not commingle funds. They are Fireblocks custody, institutional grade custody. They hold your crypto in Fireblocks custody. Can't talk right, Frank. What's wrong with you? 24/7. You get a person live 24/7. You really do. I don't know why I paused there. That was dumb. But you get somebody live 24/7. And they're awesome human beings. They're so super cool. Yeah. You're going to like Caleb. Check him out. All right. Every 6 a.m. today, we did 6 a.m., but we had camera problems because this little knucklehead didn't plug back in from our live shooting yesterday morning. I didn't plug back into my computer because I'm a little knucklehead. But thank you for tuning in to our second cast here. And I hope you check us every morning Colorado time in the USA, 6 a.m. Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. And we will